I'm making this video from Iowa. We own a soybean farm here and we are really struggling right now. The entire soybean industry is collapsing thanks to these tariffs and the fact that China has completely cut off all contracts with the United States. They are importing all of their soybeans from Brazil. Thanks to these trade wars, soybean prices have dropped so much that it's pushing all of us farmers into the red in an already difficult year. We're part of the Soybean Farmers Association, and we sent a letter to the president this month urging him to stop this trade war so that the entire industry doesn't go under. On top of that, the tariffs have made all of our farm equipment skyrocket in price. We can barely afford anything right now. Of course, as a farmer, I voted red just like all the other soybean farmers, and now the people we elected are ruining our entire business, our entire way of life, our entire industry. The same thing happened in 2019 when he had the trade war with China. I mean, I know it doesn't make sense that we voted for him again, but we just can't help it. Anyway, any help that we could get urging him to end this trade war would be much appreciated.
For everybody who wants to say there's a record crop coming, let me show you something. This is not an early maturity corn. This corn was completely green a week ago today in one of the wettest summers on record. And it is hammer dead. I mean, it was completely green last week, and now it looks like we're ready to combine it. And if you look at it, all the ears are starting to already drop. And I bet you we're still probably mid-30s, somewhere in there in moisture. And I don't know if any of you guys have been through this before. I'm sure you have. When it dies prematurely like this, it will take forever for this stuff to dry down. I don't see any records being broken, at least here in central Iowa. This disease is a real deal.
When farmers were told not to vote for Republican, they said no, they're going to vote to make America great again. That they're going to vote to make sure that groceries are cheaper, that they're going to get enough funding, and they're going to make sure that agricultural produce becomes cheaper. Little did they know that opposite is what is going to happen to them. They voted for they voted for Republican, and right now they are bankrupt. They don't have funds to carry out the agricultural plans. Some of them are regretting. Some of them are crying out to the government for support, for fund. Some of them have hold a lot of funds and they need to repay back. And they are crying out loud that if they had known, they wouldn't have voted for Republican. But hey, it is late. Crying is good, but saying that if you have known, it's quite late now. Guys, let me go show you one or two videos to buttress what I've just said, because a lot of videos are flying up and down online and I need you guys to see so that we can start the conversation. And of course, credit is given to all content in this video. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. And if you love this content, hit that subscription button and of course, turn on your notification button so you can get updated whenever I post videos like this. And of course, you'll be the first to watch them. Don't go nowhere, guys. I'll be right back.
Caleb Ragland is the president of the American Soybean Association, and he just wrote an op-ed for a right-wing publication, and he said in there, quote, "Like many of my fellow farmers, I voted for President Donald Trump in the past 3 elections. The president won me over with his commitment to business-friendly tax cuts, as well as his track record of reducing regulation and cutting government spending. I am one of 500,000 soybean farmers in America who feels the pain. As a businessman, President Trump must know how urgent this is." Does he? Is he? Anyway, he goes on to say, the current trade war with China is a gamble with American livelihoods, especially for farmers, those of us who grew up with soil and sweat, who can't imagine doing anything else. Mr. President, I hope you hear our plea. Please make a deal with China now. Yeah, so he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. There is no deal to be had. As of now, the majority of Trump's base is sticking with him on these tariffs. But it's gonna catch up with them. They're gonna realize sooner or later there are no deals. He is not the deal maker. He screwed up. And no, China is not begging and pleading and knocking on our door.
Call me crazy, but I think it's actually wild as fuck for y'all to be asking us to donate to the future farmers of America when if they voted the right way, the money that they were getting previously, they would still be getting, and they wouldn't be out here penny pinching poor people for money. You won't get my change. I voted for you to get money. You voted against it. Good luck in the future.
Hi Trump supporters, it seems that many of you have found my page. So if you want more reasons to fight with me in the comments, let me give you some. Republicans love to throw in the face that Obama deported just as many people. And you'd be correct, Obama did deport 9 million people. Now, I won't speak on my opinions of this. I'm going to simply speak facts. And the facts were that these people were already in detention centers. They weren't being pulled from Home Depots, from elementary schools. I mean, is that not just cruel? Or do you have no heart? Want some more facts? Trump is simply weaponizing ICE. He's weaponizing the military. And you say he's not weaponizing, then why would he do this in a sanctuary state? In fact, Texas is actually number 2 in housing immigrants in the entire nation. So why do this in LA then? You speak about the protesters being violent, being cruel, being all of the things that you guys say about it, but is what Trump doing not very well politically motivated? Now you talk about how Trump is getting rid of criminals. Being illegal is not a crime. Fun fact, being undocumented is a civil offense. You know what else is a civil offense? Forgetting to pay your parking ticket, jaywalking, speeding, having an unregistered pet. So Trump supporters, don't act so virtuous. You guys love to talk about respecting the rules and respecting the law. Then why vote for a man who clearly has respect for neither of those? Simply said, the President of the United States is being cruel, whether you want to see that or not. You say that the protesters are being A, B, and C, but when you feel powerless and all you can do is take to the streets, would you not do that as well? Read a history book. That's what our people have done. So yes, we will continue to rally in March. Thank you.
The loss that farmers are losing can't be quantified anymore, because when you want to put figures to it, you will do them no good. The figures that are being lost by farmers are unquantifiable. Let me start by saying that, do you know that China used to be #1 partner for farmers in America? For example, soybeans. They are the highest purchaser of soybeans from America. And right from the day that President Trump said it's going to increase tariff on product to China, and of course agriculture is one of them, China said they can't afford to buy such product anymore from farmers. That includes farm product, that includes IT, that includes electronics, just name it, a lot of things that Chinese are buying from America has been stopped by Chinese government, because they said this is unfriendly tariff, that they used to be partners in business, and it has always been a cordial relationship when it comes to bilateral agreement. But since when Trump became the president, increased the tariff. At some point, they even increased it to about 210, 250, and later on, right now, it's about 50%. And of course, they said once they can't agree on the rate that is going to be suitable for both parties, that they can't agree. And of course, Trump has been saying they need to come for a deal, and they are saying we want a deal, but the deal is not favorable because you put a tax on whatever we're going to buy. So we're not going to buy from you anymore. And guess what Chinese do? Guess what China did? China looked for another country that can be giving them that same soybeans. Out of many things that they are buying from America, I'm just talking about farm produce such as soybeans. And of course, China went to meet Brazil and they negotiated with Brazil. And right now I'm talking to you, China is not buying anything agricultural produce from America. And of course, the farmers are crying out loud. They say their major buyer, their major customers that buy soybeans from them is China. And of course, they are saying that harvest is coming. How are they going to survive? Because they have a lot of debts they need to pay. They are owing money. Their agricultural funding has been taken. They've invested a lot of money with the hope that there's going to be a funding from the government so that they can pay back what they are owing. That has been stopped. And guess what? tariff has also been increased. They are saying, okay, if we sell this product, we can always make back our money. Now funding is gone. Selling of their soybeans is not realistic because China has gone to meet Brazil. So right now they're desperate, they are crying, they are regretting, and they are like, if they had known, they would have done this. But now the question is, you actually knew that all of this is going to happen. Guess what again? Their workers have also gone because of Trump's deportation plan. A lot of immigrants have gone back to their country, and some of them are still around and not coming to work anymore because they are afraid that ICE is going to pick them up. And because of this, they have decided not to come to work anymore. And some have gone back to their country. And now farmlands are desolate. Farmland like strawberry plantation, fruit, tomatoes, and all of that, they are getting rotten. Why? Because nobody's there to work with the farmers to pick such crops. And of course, the harvest is long overdue, and such products have become rotten, and of course, that is a great loss. That's one of the things that are happening to farmers. That's one of them. Workers have gone away. Funds has been cut short by Trump. And thirdly, high tariff has made farmers to lose their customers. These are the things that are going on with the farmers, and they are crying. They've prayed. They've hoped, and a lot of them are saying that they can't cope anymore, and they are wallowing in pain and all that. A lot of people will say, hey, you were told in the first place not to vote for Republican, but you said you want to make America great and all that. You were thinking that others will be affected, not knowing that you are actually affecting yourself. And now this is what is happening because you were told never to vote for him, but you said no. Democrats were always providing for you funds. They were giving you good conditions and good reforms so that you can prosper as an agricultural farmer. But you said no, that is not good enough for you. And right now, where you are, you're getting nothing. You're losing money. You're losing fund. You're losing customers. You're losing your staff. And now farmers are regretting. Guys, let me know what your take is. Whose fault is this? Is it Trump's fault or farmers that voted for Republican? Whose fault it is? Let the conversation begin. Let's talk about this, guys, and let me know your opinion and your perception about this, because I feel strongly that farmers would have escaped all of this if they had voted for Democrat, but they said no. And now Trump don't really care. He's just going on with his agenda, and it looks like, hey, guys, I don't care what happens to you. Find your way out. But it is what it is, guys. Let me know what your take is at the conversation, and I'll be right back. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification button, and of course, give the video a thumbs up. Bye-bye, guys. Until I come your way again, peace out.